Hello pretty people, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm so excited because I'm going to be starting a new series on this channel called Mommy and Minnie. Pretty self-explanatory, especially when you have like a little mini me crawling and rolling around everywhere. I thought it was pretty clever. So I am starting this series because I have followers on my Twitter and Instagram, and of course you guys, my subscribers on YouTube, that are requesting mommy videos. Like today we are going to be talking about the top 5 things, like the essentials that you need for your baby's first year. Now we could talk about like bottles and formula and breastfeeding and like all that stuff, but today I'm just going to talk about the top 5 things that I thought were extremely helpful. So far, my baby is she's gonna be 5 months, so I'm still learning. You guys can take these tips that I'm sharing. You guys can give tips to me because we mothers, we need help and we need mommy friends, and sometimes you feel like you're alone and you kind of like, am I doing this right? Should I be using this? That kind of thing. That's what this series is going to be about. We are going to have discussions and tips and advice for each other. I thought this would be great because I get to share my experiences with you and you guys get to share your experiences with me. This video is going to be mainly for either mothers-to-be, mothers that are wanting to get pregnant, or mothers that already have had their baby and they're still kind of clueless. And of course, you fathers out there, you can be watching. So my top 5 things, some of these you guys are going to be like, oh, like what is that? I've never heard of that before. And some of you guys are going to be like, well, duh, of course you need that. So I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things that I thought were extremely helpful. But the first thing I'm going to get out of the way is kind of like, well, duh, Emily, of course you need that, but I'm going to talk about like 3 things that are all based in one, and these are super helpful. And I'm going to talk about like the different brands a little bit. So we're not going to take too long on this, otherwise it would be an extremely long video. So the number one thing, of course, you're going to need are diapers. I first start off with Pampers. That's what they gave us in the hospital. Pampers are extremely, they are more expensive. They have more layers in their diapers for good reason. That's why they cost so much. They're really not that expensive, but after a while, you are going to be changing a lot of diapers. I bought this huge thing of Pampers, like a 188 diaper box from Sam's, and went through that in like 3 weeks. Like, it's insane. I recommend personally starting out with Pampers because I heard that Huggies, you can get kind of like an allergic reaction. So I started off with Pampers, and then one day I was just like, let's see how her body reacts to the Huggies. She didn't have any allergic reaction, plus they are like $2 to $3 cheaper than Pampers, and I was like, oh, why not? I actually like these. Some diapers will have a yellow line. Your little mini goes to the bathroom, it turns blue. So if changing a diaper couldn't get easier enough and you can't tell by the squishiness, if the diaper is blue, it means that they need their diaper changed. I know, it's crazy. You are obviously gonna need wipes. I used Pampers in the beginning, but then I really like the Huggies. I think you get a lot more. You're gonna wanna get fragrance-free, because why would you wanna put scented anything on your newborn's area? She might be allergic or he might break out, anything like that. So make sure you guys are getting fragrance-free wipes. Also, diaper rashes. My favorite is Destin. I just have always used this. If I don't use this, I use coconut oil if I run out. My baby, she will get a diaper rash every once in a while, and if I see it in the morning, it's pretty much gone by night. If it's a really bad one, it does take at least a day, at least for me, when I use this. So, love Destin. I love Huggies. Again, Pampers is always an option. So number 2 are the top 5 things that you need to look for. So if your baby is hot, cold, hungry, wet, dirty. Got it? One I like to throw in there is swaddling. So when your baby's in the womb, she or he is so wrapped up and tight and just really, really warm. And you'll notice in the hospitals, they will swaddle your baby with blankets. Well, we did that, and our little baby would just break out of them. It would interrupt her because then her arms would go crazy and wake her up. And if your baby is up from a nap, then you have to be up, and it was just crazy. So I went out, and these you guys need to get. These are swaddlers. I got these at Target. This is for newborns and super helpful because it's only zip. Hello. So if you don't get that whole like swaddling idea, all you have to do is put your baby in this and zip he or she up, and then their arms will be all snug. Another tip I have, if you don't want swaddlers, just to make sure that instead of crossing your baby's arms, put the arms down to the side, because when your baby's arms are crossed, it's just gonna like break free and they want to move and all that stuff. If it's down by its side, it's like a stray jacket, they can't move, that kind of thing. So I love these. I've used swaddlers up until like 2 weeks ago. This one's for newborns, and for 0 to 3 months when your baby starts filling out, they do make these. Again, from Target, and these are just the Velcro ones. So put your baby in that little pocket, done. Another thing is kind of, this is obvious, pacifier. Now, my baby latched on. I breastfed for the first 12 weeks, and she latched on. She had no problem with that. So if your baby is really good, has no problem latching onto a bottle or your breasts or anything like that, babies just cannot soothe themselves. So pediatricians say use a pacifier. Now, I was worried that if she got stuck onto a pacifier, she wouldn't, she would be sucking on the pacifier, and then what if she didn't latch, so like maybe she'd get confused. So they say don't use a pacifier for the first couple of weeks. Well, my pediatrician was just like, does she have any problems latching? I'm like, no. They're like, go ahead, use the pacifier. So the first ones I used, they looked like a little bow. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the little bow ones. Plastic on the outside, have the nipple thing right there, and then like it looks like a little button. Regular, you know what I'm talking about, the regular pacifier. She didn't like those. They didn't stay in her mouth very well. So I actually got the Super Soothies, and they use these at the hospitals. They're just like rubber little guys. And I like these because it has like a little like thing that sticks out, so you can like touch the pacifier without contaminating it. She still sucks on these all the time to soothe herself, helps with sleeping, that kind of thing. So yeah. The last two things are pretty big objects. So it's all in your preference. You can start your baby off in a crib. You can start her out in a rock and play, which I didn't even know what rock and plays were. A lot of people say, or at least a lot of my friends say, that they use their babies and put them in a rock and play for their first year. I have no idea how they did that because my baby is growing and she like wants to flip in the rock and play and everything like this. But for new mothers, or you don't know what to put on your registry, this is a great gift, the rock and play. I'll show it to you guys right now. So this rock and play, it is gray. The only thing about this one is that it doesn't have a motor. It does not rock by itself. It does not play music. I got like the cheap one. I didn't even know there was a difference. I didn't know there was two different kinds. This one you have to self-rock, but it vibrates, which does nothing, and she hates it. So anyway, I kind of just use this for now as her little bed. Put it right next to your bed. This is so great. It snugs them like they're in the womb, and my baby loves this. I'm in the middle. I actually have a question. I need to transition her from sleeping in this thing because she's just getting so big and she's rolling over, and that whole SIDS thing freaks me out and my husband out. She is a belly sleeper. I mean, like, she sleeps on her back in this thing, but as soon as I put her in her crib, she will roll. And I'm just scared that while we're sleeping, she's gonna get stuck, and I'm scared to put her on her stomach because, the whole breathing thing. So if you guys have any advice on how to crib train a baby, please let me know down in the comments. I am making her take naps in her crib during the day, but as far as night, I'm just like, I need sleep. So I just put her in this because she will sleep through the whole night in this thing. Rock and play, super awesome. I would recommend getting the one with the motor that plays music and rocks by itself. This one, I mean, I've had no issue with it, but if I had to choose again, I would pick the upgraded version. But this is great. Love, 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 love this. Another thing, I'm going to show you guys my stroller. Now, I think a stroller is pretty like, well, duh. But the stroller I have actually comes with the car seat, and it just hooks right into the stroller. My stroller is super great because you can honestly just take the car seat and unhook it from the stroller. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because there's a cat in my garden. She don't have a tail. So a stroller is one of those things like, well, duh, I know I need a car seat, I need a stroller. I got mine from Target. My grandmother, my grandparents, they actually bought it for me, so I was super lucky to get this. It's an Eddie Bauer, and I'll show it to you guys right now. So this stroller is different because the car seat actually hooks into the stroller. So right when you hook her into the car base, you just pop the car seat out, and then you can automatically just put that car seat into the stroller and it just hooks right in. It's so great, so perfect. I don't know where I would be without this stroller because car seats are freaking heavy. I can't imagine having like a 10-pound baby and then carrying around a car seat. It's like 50 pounds. It is so heavy. That is my top 5 things. Comment below if you guys have any advice on crib training, and also if you guys have any tips or advice for new mothers or things that you have gone through that you thought were helpful, please comment that below. I hope that you guys thought this video was super helpful. These again are just things that really helped me, and some of these things, like, I didn't know about a rock and play. I didn't know about the whole Pampers Huggy conspiracy. You know, I just hope that this helped you. For all you new mothers and fathers out there, these are just the things that have really been helping me. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you learned something new, and I will see you guys in my next mommy and mini video. And I would show you my little one, but she's sleeping right now. I don't want to wake her up, so you guys will just have to wait. I'm so sorry. Go on Instagram. I put pictures of her on Instagram and videos and all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!